Welcome to layer 2 of the ultimate hoax iceberg, made by Queb. If you saw the first one, then you know what to expect. If you didn't, that's fine. You can find out while enjoying the video. In 1910, Horace de Vere Cole orchestrated the Dreadnought Hoax, fooling the British Royal Navy into welcoming a fake Abyssinian royal delegation aboard their flagship HMS Dreadnought. Cole and his collaborators, including Virginia Woolf, disguised themselves with costumes and darkened skin. They inspected the ship, conversing in gibberish and exclaiming "Bunga Bunga" to show amazement. The hoax made headlines, ridiculing the Navy. This prank mirrored an earlier stunt by Cole and Adrian Stefan at Cambridge in 1905, where they impersonated the Sultan of Zanzibar. The term Apocryphal originally referred to religious writings meant for private readings rather than public worship. In early Christianity, these texts were seen as valuable but not part of the official Bible. Over time, especially after the Protestant Reformation, the term began to take on negative connotation, often implying that these works were of doubtful authenticity or even heretical. The shift in meaning reflects the changing attitude towards these works, with Protestants generally rejecting them as canonical, while Catholic and Orthodox churches still regard them as significant, although secondary scripture. In 1912, Charles Dawson claimed he had found a missing link between apes and humans in Piltdown, England. Joined by Arthur Smith Woodward, he presented a skull combining a human-like cranium with an ape-like jaw, sparking excitement. Critics, however, quickly questioned its authenticity. In 1913, the first challenges emerged, suggesting the skull was a mix of human and ape remains. Despite doubts, the hoax endured until 1953, when advanced testing revealed it as a forgery, a medieval human skull with an orangutan jaw. In 2016, research confirmed Dawson as the likely perpetrator of this enduring scientific fraud. In 1725, Jonathan Bartholomeus Adam Beringer, a respected academic at the University of Würzburg, believed he discovered remarkable fossils on Mount Ebelstad. These fossils, carved from limestone, depicted bizarre animals and even bore divine inscriptions in Hebrew. Beringer, unaware it was a hoax by colleagues who sought to embarrass him for his arrogance, published his findings in Lithographia Würzburgenis, 1726. Soon after, he realized the truth and sued the prankster, winning the case. Despite his legal victory, Beringer's reputation was irreparably damaged, and the stones became infamous as Lugenstein, or lying stones. On June 1, 2007, Dutch TV aired The Great Donor Show, where a terminally ill woman was to donate her kidney to one of the 3 real patients. Viewers were asked to vote on who should receive the organ, sparking outrage globally. The twist: the woman was an actress. The show was a hoax meant to highlight the severe shortage of organ donors in Netherlands. Despite the controversy, the show succeeded. Thousands signed up as donors, and the issue gained widespread attention. The program was later voted as the best Dutch TV moment of 2007 and won an international Emmy. In August 2016, a video surfaced showing a staged occult ritual at CERN, home of the world's largest particle physics lab. The footage, which depicted hooded figures performing a mock human sacrifice near a statue of Hindu god Shiva, quickly fueled conspiracy theories claiming CERN was trying to summon dark forces. The video ends with the cameraman fleeing in terror. CERN clarified that the video was a prank and not an official act, and no one was harmed. The organization condemned the hoax, stressing it was unauthorized and misleading about their scientific work. Between 2002 and 2006, a hoax circulated claiming the natural blondes would soon become extinct. This falsehood, picked up by the BBC and the Sunday Times, suggested that the received gene for blonde hair would vanish by 2202. The myth falsely cited a WHO report and claimed experts believed blondes would disappear due to genetic dilution. Despite these sensational claims, reputable scientists, including Professor Jonathan Rees, dismissed the idea. They clarified that while the frequency of blonde hair might decline, it wouldn't disappear entirely. Genetics emphasized that gene persistence in large populations doesn't solely depend on whether a gene is received. The drop bear is a legendary Australian hoax featuring a ferocious, carnivorous version of the normally docile koala. This imaginary creature supposedly dropped from trees to attack unsuspecting people below. The tale, which likely began as a prank on tourists or soldiers, first appeared in print in the 1960s and 70s. By 1982, it was well established in Australian folklore. In 2013, Australian Geographic humorously claimed drop bears prefer tourists over locals. The Australian Museum even played along, creating a mock serious entry and display. The hurricane shark hoax, which began in 2011, claims that sharks swim through flooded streets after hurricanes. It started with a doctored image during Hurricane Irene, showing a shark on a Puerto Rican street. This image, later exposed as a fake, sparked similar fabrications during other hurricanes, like Harvey and Sandy. Despite debunking efforts, the myth persisted online. However, in September 2022, a real video emerged of a large fish, possibly a juvenile shark, swimming in flooded Fort Myers, Florida, following Hurricane Ian. This video, verified by the Associated Press, was hailed as the closest reality to the long-standing hoax. In the 1790s, London buzzed with excitement over supposed Shakespeare manuscripts discovered by Samuel Ireland and his son William Henry. Samuel, a Shakespeare enthusiast, was thrilled when his son presented documents claiming to be Shakespeare's lost works. Among them were manuscripts of two unknown plays. Initially respected figures like James Boswell and Henry James Pierre endorsed them as genuine. However, the excitement turned to scandal when Edmund Malone exposed the forgeries, revealing flaws in language and handwriting. William Henry eventually confessed, ruining their reputation. In 1884, the Canadian Daily Colonist published a thrilling story about Jacko, a gorilla supposedly captured near real British Columbia. The July 4th article described Jacko as a rare gorilla, but the tale sparked later debates, with Bigfoot enthusiasts claiming it was evidence of Sasquatch. Despite the excitement, skepticism grew. On July 9th, the Mail and Guardian debunked the story, and by July 11th, the British Columbian revealed that Jacko was a hoax, as no creature was found. The tale gained a second life when researcher Lauren Coleman and writer Joe Nickel explored its origins, revealing it as a journalistic fiction rather than cryptid proof. In 1895, W. Thorndike, editor of Loveland's local newspaper, orchestrated the Maggie Murphy hoax to promote an upcoming street fair. He enlisted farmer Joseph B. Swan, known for his diverse potato crops, and local photographer Adam Talbot to create a photo of Swan holding a massive 86-pound potato. The image, published in the Loveland Reporter, claimed the potato was enormous and quickly went viral, even appearing in replays, believe it or not. Enthusiasts clamored for seeds, but Thorndike soon confessed the potato was actually a wooden carving. Despite the revelation, the hoax remained popular, featured in Scientific American, and adapted into a play in 2012. The Nibiru Cataclysm is a hoax predicting a catastrophic encounter between Earth and a large planetary object dubbed Nibiru or Planet X. Originating in 1995 from Nancy Leader, who claimed extraterrestrial messages foretold Earth's doom. The idea was that Nibiru would cause a massive pole shift in May 2003. When this failed, she postponed the date. By 2012, it was linked to the end of the Mayan calendar. David Maede revived the theory in 2017, citing biblical codes and planetary alignments. Despite numerous predictions and media coverage, scientists dismiss it as pseudoscience with no evidence of such a planet ever existing. In 1998, humor writer Lyle Zapato crafted a Pacific Northwest tree octopus hoax. This fictitious species, Octopus paxarbolis, was said to live in the Olympic National Forest and swim in water, with Sasquatch as its predator. Despite being a joke, the website became a tool for teaching internet literacy. In 2007, a US study found that over half of 13-year-olds believed the site was credible. By 2017, a Dutch study showed similar gullibility among 11 and 12-year-olds. The site was included in the Library of Congress web archive in 2018. In 1966, rumors spread that Paul McCartney of the Beatles had died in a car crash and was replaced by a lookalike. The myth gained traction in September 1969 when college students cited supposed clues in Beatles albums. Fans noticed alleged messages like "Turn Me On Dead Man" in Revolution 9 when played backward. By October 1969, the theory was a global sensation driven by radio shows and sensationalized press. McCartney's public appearance in November 1969 and his interview in Life magazine debunked the hoax. In 1726, Mary Toft of Godalming tricked doctors into believing she'd given birth to rabbits. After a miscarriage, Toft claimed to deliver animal parts, leading local surgeon John Howard to investigate. As reports reached London, King George's first surgeon, Nathaniel St. Andre, examined Toft and initially believed her claims. Despite skepticism from other doctors, Toft was paraded in London but under pressure confessed on December 7. The hoax unraveled as evidence showed her husband had been buying rabbits. By early 1727, Toft was imprisoned, but later returned to a quiet life. The Satanic Panic began in the early 1980s with Michelle Remembers, a book by Lawrence Pasder and Michelle Smith claiming satanic ritual abuse. The book's influence sparked a wave of allegations across the US and beyond, describing horrific rituals and conspiracies involving powerful elites. By the late 1980s, the panic intensified with the McMartin preschool trial and widespread media coverage. Despite thousands of accusations, investigations failed to substantiate claims of organized cult abuse. Over time, skepticism grew, and by the 1980s, scholars labeled it a moral panic. In 2008, the BBC's Miracle of Evolution trailers claimed to show Adelie penguins flying from Antarctica to South American rainforest, promoting the theory of evolution. Released on April Fool's Day, the film featured animated penguins soaring over icebergs and through tropical forests, narrated by Terry Jones of Monty Python. Despite its convincing blend of real and animated footage, it was a clever prank. Major newspapers like the Daily Telegraph and the Daily Mirror fell for it, declaring the discovery groundbreaking. On April 1st, 1996, Taco Bell pulled off a classic prank by announcing it had purchased the Liberty Bell and renamed it the Taco Liberty Bell to help reduce the national debt. The full-page ads appeared in major newspapers, causing thousands of calls to both Taco Bell and the National Park Service. By noon, Taco Bell revealed it was a joke. The stunt, masterminded by John Parkinson and Harvey Hoffenberg, generated $25 million in free publicity and boosted sales by $1 million in just 2 days. In October 2012, a viral hoax tricked Justin Bieber fans into believing he had cancer. A fake tweet supposedly from Entertainment Tonight claimed Bieber was ill and fans were shaving their heads in support, using the hashtag BaldforBeiber. The prankster behind this used crude photoshopping and fake tweets, leading many to post bald selfies and videos on YouTube. Despite the growing trend, the videos mostly featured unrelated bald individuals. The hoax spread quickly, but by October 23, it was revealed that Bieber had no such health issues. In 2008, Italian artist Andrea Natella launched a conceptual hoax with a website called Ever Dream of This Man, claiming a mysterious figure had appeared in dreams worldwide since 2006. By October 2009, the website gained viral attention, with thousands reporting sightings and creating elaborate theories about the figure. The website used fake images and testimonials, sparking internet memes and media buzz. By 2010, Natella revealed it was all a guerrilla marketing stunt. In 1989, the well-to-hell urban legend surfaced, claiming a Soviet team drilling a 14.4-kilometer deep borehole in Siberia had reached hell. According to the tale, they recorded tormented screams from the depths. The story gained traction when Finnish and American tabloids circulated, with claims bolstered by a supposed recording of hellish screams, which were actually from the 1972 film Baron Blood. The legend was amplified by the Trinity Broadcasting Network in the US. However, the real record of the Soviet drilling the Kola super deep borehole found no such supernatural evidence. The Jenny Haviner is a hoax dating back to the 16th century. It involves modifying and drying the carcass of a ray or skate to resemble mythical creatures like dragons and demons. The term Jenny Haviner may come from the French Jeune d'Avers, meaning youth of Advert, distorted by British sailors. The first known depiction of a Jenny Haviner appeared in 1558, with naturalist Conrad Chesner warning that these were just altered rays, not dragons. Despite this, some believed Jenny Haviners were basilisk creatures feared for their deadly gaze. Today in Veracruz, these mummified rays are used in magical rituals. In 1810, Theodore Hook pulled off the notorious Berners street hoax in London. Hook bet his friend Samuel Besley he could make any address the talk of the town within a week. To win, he sent thousands of letters under the name Mr. Tottenham at 54 Berners Street, requesting everything from coal deliveries to wedding cakes. On November 27, the street was overwhelmed by tradesmen, dignitaries, and curious onlookers. The chaos caused a massive traffic jam and nearly brought London to a standstill. Hook watched the commotion from a nearby house and evaded capture, winning his bet. On July 13, 2023, Carlee and Nicole Russell from Hoover, Alabama reported being abducted after seeing a child on the side of Interstate 459. Her story, which quickly went viral on TikTok, claimed she had been kidnapped, escaped, and returned home. Despite an intense search and over $63,000 raised in reward money, police found inconsistencies in her account. By July 24, Russell admitted her story was a hoax. She was charged with filing false reports and after pleading guilty on March 2024, was sentenced to a year of probation, 100 hours of community service, and fined $18,000. In late 2021, a bizarre hoax began circulating, claiming that North American schools were installing litter boxes in restrooms for students identifying as furries. The rumor originated as a possible joke in Prince Edward Island and quickly spread across Canada and the US, fueled by conservative figures and media. By December 2021, the false claims had reached Michigan and gained traction in various states, with politicians like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert promoting them. Despite multiple fact checks and denial from school officials, the hoax persisted. Thank you for watching until the end. If you liked it, maybe try one of these other ones next.